Just give me 2 seconds. I need to I need a. Nah, hopefully the mic's loud enough. I'm not sure. It should be loud enough. Hopefully, we're gonna hope. Just give me 2 seconds, and then we'll get back in it. Alright. Now I might be slow on getting drivers today. I am using my wheel for my control, so we'll see how we go. Anyway, welcome to Inter's Tier 2. I know it says Tier 3 in the title, but it's Tier 2 at Miami round 16. So far as I know it, championship is to be decided, I think, still between the top two drivers. Who's out on track first? I need to find it. Ludo on the medium tire. We'll just put the tires up, see what everyone's on. So we've got mostly sauce. We've got to go through it on the inter tire, just probably testing to see if his stuff works, and then we got Ludo on the medium. Kind of a waste of medium in my opinion, but anyway. I might be slow on getting drivers. I am using my wheel because I wasn't doing iRacing stuff beforehand. So we'll see how we go. Anyway, on board with Ludo as he starts his flying lap. Coming to turn 1, just after the 100-meter board. Try to clip the inside curve, doesn't quite do a bit of a snap of oversteer, a lot of a snap of oversteer. And we might stay on board with him still. eBay boy leaving the session, so he'll probably get invited to go again. This is apex for turn 5 quite a bit, then we'll go into turn 7 quite along the left-hander. Have to be very tentative on the turning and the braking. Coming to the first DRS zone available. Oh well, second one. The first one's actually the main straight, but can't really make a move unless you get a good run on the exit. Now we're coming into the Mickey Mouse section of Miami, where you're gonna have to take all the curve available. Was able to keep it valid, and we do a purple sector 2, but it's merely taken by Jacko from behind. I believe Brexit is joining, so you might get some helping hand at the moment because I'm solo at the moment. Brake just at the 100-meter board for the final corner. Get stopped in time, turned in 8 to apex. A little bit of wheel spin on exit. Bit more wheel spin on the last corner. Coming to the line, 28 flat, and then Jacko just behind a 28.7 for his flying time. We go to Protein, one of our reserve drivers for Williams today. Looks like he's having a nice grand time. To the line, 27.4 for his. As Toddy to the line, 26.9 as teammate crossed the line, Hado. I think Hado just started or he was involved. I'm not quite sure. Tyrone 28.6, Jailbot 28.7 for that time. Little Sheldon to the line now. See what he's able to do.
Here's this Gilly.
27.2 for Little Sheldon, puts P4 by instantly put down by Donmore into 26.9. So two drivers into 26.
Aston. Who's the other one then? McLaren. Donmore. And Prosperic, right.
See if I can mute Broseph. Actually, settings. Audio. Where's voice? Chat volume. We'll turn that off. It's gonna throw me off a bit. Almighty Glob on a fly. I might have missed some times. I don't think I missed any times at all. Next is a throw. Tetris, he's starting a lab. Sal was in, so we'll jump to a mark as Hado. Getting a toe off his teammate. I think he's going again. I think he's made a mistake, so he's going again. Oh no, hey, it's not going again. He's done 26.9. It was just slow on the apex of the front corner. Almighty Glob is not over there. Okay, so Killian will be next across the line. No, it'll be reverse and then Killian. Two reserve drivers back to back. One Sauber's going off at the front or at the hairpin. I'm not sure what corner name it is. To the line, let's see what the House of Reverses are able to do. That's a lot of curb. That's apparently not invalid. He does a 28.4. Killing to the line for B26.8. Goes to P2, so he'll be happy with that one. Almighty Glob to the line. A will just get it. 27.6 for his flying time. Goes P9. And it's Tetris in the Ferrari. See what he's able to do. Tetris 27.1 goes P5 just in front of his teammate. So Ferrari on the third row as it stands, but we got letter P and Scotty out on track. So we're still on board with letter P at the moment, unless is Tyrone on another flying lap? I have a feeling Tyrone's on another flying lap. He's coming to the line now. Let's see what he's able to do. A 27.9 goes to P12, so it improves his time. One Asses comes to the line. That was Geraldbot and then Protein. I think Broseph has just joined me. G'day, Broseph.
Apollo, I have joined you. Yep, thanks for having me today. Tier 2, obviously in Miami, and the boys have got qualifying underway, so yep, just bring me up to speed.
So currently, Hado's on pole after missing couple rounds. I think my brain just had a moment. Yeah, so Battlecat P2 at the moment. I think he just crossed the line to go second fastest. I think Battlecat, all he needs to do now for tier 2 is just score points and he can secure the championship. I think he has to outscore Dark and Steel, who is yet to set a time, but he's currently on outlap. We're on board with letter P, who is doing a flying lap, going through the Mickey Mouse section at the moment. He's got an ass that he's just been blocked. Never mind.
Okay.
It's a pretty bad block as well.
All right, I'm just getting Prosperic Bear in at the moment. That'll be the last driver in here to fill the grid for McLaren. So we'll just accept his invite and get him in.
So I imagine letter P's not too happy with Ghost Rider. He's just blocked him in the last sector. So I think letter P is scoring again. He just does a lap time of 27.168 behind his team, but he can go quicker. So we got 4 drivers left to set a time. Dark and eBay Boy, Ghost Rider and Scotty. I think Scotty's going to be the first one out of them to cross the line. Prospect has joined. So we got a
good stuff.
As Jacko the fastest overall by 4:10s 26.3 for the quickest time now. I have a feeling we're going to get into the 25s at the end of qualifying.
Yep, it wouldn't surprise me. El Mako, or I'll just call him Jacko. El Majacko? Jacko, yeah. He's been in pretty good form recently, no doubt about it. And as you said, Hado in the Mercedes have been missing the last couple of weeks. Of course, he was leading the Tier 3 championship earlier this season. Not just leading, he was dominating, and we had to move him up into Tier 2. Bit of a contentious decision, but feel it was best for the league, and I think he's handling himself pretty well in Tier 2 so far. Battlecat, of course, position 3, as you said, has about a 45 points lead in the overalls in Tier 2 at the moment over the letter P for Williams, who's currently in P10 at the moment with a 127.1. So there's about 4 drivers on a 127.1 at the moment, all the way up to Tetris in P7 for Ferrari. And I've got to say, Tetris is looking pretty good in that Ferrari this weekend.
considering what happened last week to Tetris, I believe he didn't have the best of qualifying and didn't have the best race. Can't only turn it around. Was on the same row as his teammate, but his teammates put a faster time. Currently sitting top 8 with Scotty right behind him. I believe we got a few drivers on track now.
Killian,
Times.
yeah, the last reserve to take the seat today in the RB, filling in for grandson Nips. Yeah, he's just put on a 1:26.8 to be P4 overall, so that's a really good time from him.
So eBay boys come out for his first lap of the session. Drop Bears out for his first lap as he's in the little single file section where you can't go side by side. If you go side by side, you're asking for trouble.
Absolutely. Don't look now, but Domwar in the McLaren Apollo, who's just been promoted from his team principal, the Devastator. So Domwar's moved up from Tier 3 to Tier 2. I believe this is his first race full-time in Tier 2 and already a P6 at the moment, so looking really quick.
Already on the pace, and Miami is a track that is...
It's mid, let's be honest.
It's a driver's track. Some drivers are more comfortable than others. It's going to be interesting. You can tell right from the start that there was a driver's track.
Mm.
A lot of people that struggle with faster tracks seem to be doing better at Miami. But I did give everyone in Tier 2 a tip by saying abuse the curbs last week. And hopefully, I think I've seen a lot of them abuse curbs at the moment.
Yeah, they're tricky.
Somewhere just picked invalidating at the Mickey Mouse section.
Yeah, I saw that one too. Yeah.
Trying to take as much curb as he can. Got caught out by how much he took.
Not sure if you notice this, Apollo, but one of the guys you allocated yesterday is the Inter's Tier 3 coordinator, the guy in the Williams Protein Group 8, otherwise known as Lucas, debuted for Inter's last night in Tier 3, and he won the race. So interesting to see how he goes on the Tier 2 grid, already in P10 at the moment, and holding pace.
Already speculation around his win from my drivers. Some of them saying he cut the pit entry line and he might cop a 5-second pen for that.
Yep, the Tier 3 incidents page was pretty lit last night. Yeah,
it looks like a Tier 1 reporting channel that we had a couple of weeks ago. Yes, Joshy, this is Tier 2. It's just I'm not able to change the title. I don't have power.
So Joshy, one of our Tier 1 drivers, it's been a red-hot form recently. Shout out to you, Josh.
Just unfortunate in Mexico with the crash at the start line, which I believe that's happened twice to Finns in both endurance races. Drop Bear 27.6 for his first time. eBay Boy was on the lap. Looks like he pitted, so he's done. Darkin's back out on track. Not lap time yet, so this is his only lap he's going to have for this session. Jacko is on the out lap. Battlecat improved his time, I think. I'm not quite sure. Jarobot's in. Protein is... I think everyone's coming in to get new tyres, except Letter P, who's actually gone purple sector 2. So we might see Letter P go P1 soon.
Yeah, well, he's actually 55 points off the Battle Cat at the moment, with Dark and Shadow 68 points off. So if Dark and Shadow is going to make a move for this championship, he's going to have to do it. There's 3 races left after this one.
As Letter P, as I thought, P1 for the Williams, 26.27 for the Williams driver. Jacko behind is just starting now.
getting closer to that 125 mark that you mentioned earlier, Apollo, but about 2.5 tenths off.
Now, I believe I'm not quite sure, but I believe Letter P has been knocked out of the championship fight after what happened last round. I'm not quite sure because I don't do the maths.
The P is 55 points off the Battle Cat in P2 at the moment.
Okay, so he's still in it. So it's Dark and that leads. Then.
Darken's 68 points off, and then you've got Blurs in P4, who's 94 points behind the Battle Cat.
And Blurs isn't here today, so Blurs will be knocked out this race.
Yep, Scotty's 98 points behind in the Haas. He's had a really consistent season, so what's that? He's still in contention, but he'd have to have everything go his way.
Jacko was on the flying lap, but he's already called it off, coming into Sector 3. So the next one will be Hato. 2 tenths up on his time, so this will set him for 26. Actually, he's just gone back to being dead even with his time. So
Yeah.
he's going to have to push this last corner. Last time he did this hairpin,
he's got the battery.
Was quite slow on the exit, or the entry. Let's see if he's any better. Looks like he has more minimum speed. Let's see if he's able to get more time out of it.
He's got a lot of battery left.
2.5 tenths improvement. And Dark and Shadows just sent 32-0 as a cooldown lap, so he might have messed up. He's gone again. Jacko is done. Hato is done. I'm losing touch of where everyone is. Battlecat to the line. I think he's actually just starting a lap. Dumbware is start a lap, drop out.
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus Christ. It's getting messy.
Yeah, most of them, there's about 10 seconds left, so most of them would have just started their final one. We've got a few in the pit, though. Letter P's done.
Toddy just starting his last lap, so he's the last driver to cross our line, which salvers it. We're going to have Ludo across the line first. Let's have a look what he's able to do. 27-4, stays P13. We'll jump to his teammate of Little Sheldon. I believe I saw half a second up. I might be wrong.
Yeah, depending on the track, Sheldon can definitely put himself in, the top 3, I was going to say. So there he is with a 126.5, plonking himself onto the second row there.
Now, biggest story is Dark and shows where does he put himself for the start of the race. Goes P4 in front of Little Sheldon, so that's how he knocked himself down. Battlecat's purple sector too, so Battlecat's really on the charge at the moment.
So Hato's in the pits. He's done.
Killian to the line. Let's see what Killian up 1 tenth and a half up. Actually goes 3 tenths faster. Goes P3. Which on the Battlecat as he comes to the line. Was he able to do? Only 7th fastest for him as Prospect Drop Bear goes 15th.
eBay boy. P12. 126.9. Yep.
So not quite.
Toddy with a 126. Just as we finished there, to put himself on the front row with a P2 for the Mercedes driver. Well done, Toddy.
I believe this is second race back after had a decent Brazil, and then it kind of went downhill when he got damaged.
Yeah, Toddy, as you said, second race back. Was in Tier 1 last season. Really good driver, well known at Inters. Good to see him back on the grid, and obviously picking up a bit of form quickly.
Well, there's the standings. The letter P will take the front row after saying his lap, I believe, at the 3-minute mark, so no one able to best that time. Toddy tried his best, only 7 thousandths behind Jacko, almost 1/10 back. So the top 3 separated by a 10th. This is going to be an interesting fight. Then it's Killian reserved and Hato making his return. Dark and Shaz, Little Sheldon, Battlecat, Jerabot, and Tetris. Then we've got Scotty, eBay Boy, Domwa, Protein, Ghost Rider, Drop Bear, Ludo, Tyrone, Gob, and Reverse. I think is a reserve as well. Not quite sure.
Sorry, who was that?
Reverse.
Yes, he's a reserve today. He's reserving for Haas. That's Gilly, I believe, that's known on Discord. Yeah, we've got a bunch of new, well, a couple of new drivers in today, but fair few reserves.
As we wait for drivers now. I'm kind of sad that EA has removed my favorite glitch of that was in 23 and now it's not here. Of every mechanic doing the T-posing. We just wait for drivers. So strategy around here, usually a medium hard. Might see the hard medium. We'll see how we go. I lost my train of thought straight away.
That's all right.
So it doesn't matter. 4 or 5 red lights. Let's see who gets the better start. It looks like I think Toddy's got actually pretty dreadful start. He's getting overtaken by Jacko around there outside. He's gone off track. So who's that through the middle? That's Hado through the middle. That's a through goes Hamilton moment for Hado. As we got some movement and shakers at the back. Both Alpines fall into the back. Now drop there again, overtaken by Tyrone. Reverse making up 5 positions off turn 1 shenanigans. So it's pretty decent so far.
Yeah, it was a fantastic start by Hado. Up 3 positions in P2 at the moment with his teammate Toddy right behind him, who's just overtaken him there. So the two Mercedes will work together to bridge that 1 second gap to letter P out in front at the moment. You've got Killian.
Wing damage go flying as Lil Sean tried to go down the inside of Jack. It didn't quite work. Goes a bit sideways on the exit. I don't know who got the damage. I think it was an RB. No, the RB looks clean. But Dark and Chaz all the way up into P6. We got a yellow flag. It looks like Domwa's had a little bit of incident. He's into the wall. He's turned the wrong way. That's a VSC call.
Yeah, that's unfortunate for Domwar. Had a really good qualifying and not the start of the race that he wants. So the VSC is out. Interesting to see how the Ferrari's going to do. Stacked together in the middle of the field at the moment. You've got Battle Cat who will be feeling very punchy and trying to get past Little Sheldon and a few of these drivers and make sure that Killian and Dark and Shadow and the RBs don't get too far ahead from the start.
Well, I have found my suspect of damage. His Killian with no wing as Ludo has retired in pit lane.
Well.
So we're down a driver already. And both clans having a double stack.
Oh, yep, we see, unfortunately, Almighty Gob as well, who's returning for the first time at Inters this season. Welcome back, Gobby. He's reserving today in the Alpine. And, of course, Tyrone as well in the other Alpine. Phenomenal Tier 3 driver who's running for the championship, stepping up today in Tier 2 for his team.
Through penalty for the reserve for reverse the reserve for Haas. So that's a bit unfortunate for the Haas driver. Jack again overtaken by Hado down the back straight. Might get attacked by Dark and Shadow who goes around his outside. Gets the move done as a little Sheldon trying to make a move. Battlecat making a move on Scotty. Tetris and Scotty side by side still. Please work it out before this quarter. Oh, Scotty almost getting put into a wall. I think I saw Carbon Fiber go flying off Protein. Protein's car. I'm not quite sure. I might just call Protein Lucas at this point.
Yeah.
Might be a bit easier for me as he had a little Sheldon having a little look at Killing. He has to get this move done very quickly as Killing is almost out of a second and he's got wing damage. Dark and Shadow is 1.5 behind the front two as Hado's gonna overtake the RB drive in the turn 1 side by side. Still reverse 10-second penalty as still side by side Hado and Dark and Shadow a bit off track getting attacked by Jacko now. Jacko gets the move done.
Yep. Tensions feel pretty high out there on track at the moment. Oh, I'm just on board with Dark and Shadow, who just had the rear a little bit loose coming out of those last corners onto the straight here. He's going to get a run on El Jacko, who's following Hado at the moment in P3. He's about 1.5 seconds behind his teammate. It's Toddy, who's got about half a second to catch up on the letter P in P1 at the moment. So the letter P is going to be loving this. He's got a nice gap to Battle Cat, who's in P8 at the moment, he's fighting really hard with Lil Sheldon, and the Battle Cat gets that move done on the outside. Nice job there.
As all the drivers through the worst part of the track. No one likes this part of the track. I believe they all despise it.
It's a shocker. So we got El Mako just passing Hado there on the straight, coming into... I have no idea the numbers of these corners, I'm sorry, but there's a couple to go there before the finish line, and Hado right on the back of Jacko. I don't think he's going to get the move done. He will open up the DRS.
Jacko fastest overall, 26 and 9, or 20, I don't know why I said 26, my brain's just gone to a different track. Was it 29.4 for the fastest time? A couple of seconds off what we were doing in qualifying, but it is full race distance now on the medium tyre. Some people on the hards, eBay boy on the hards, same with Tyrone. Tyrone and Reverse already got penalties those. Reverse with like 10 seconds, so he's gonna hope for a safety car to come out, get rid of that. As we sit on the bat with the Battle Cat, if he's gonna make this move on Killian. He's getting close. Doesn't decide.
Makes him think about it. Oh, a little bit loose there. Yep, Sheldon's really putting the Battle Cat under some pressure, you're right.
As through this bridge section we go. Looks like the gap up ahead is actually stable. It's 1.5 every time we look at it.
Yep. You've got Lucas now, who managed to get past Scotty. Scotty's still in DRS. He's going to look to keep that as he gets to the end of this straight. But Lucas is getting through the field pretty well. He's up 4 positions at the moment.
Not able to get close enough. Dark and Shadow's a little bit sideways on the exit of the last corner. Lets his teammate through. Here comes the Battle Cat though. He goes through. They're still going to fight too. Oh, here comes it back down the inside. He's going to send it. He doesn't want to give the sub. Forces Battle Cat to almost go off track. Takes a lot of the curb.
Wow, great racing from these two, of course. You've got Ferrari and the Racing Bulls fighting it out the overall championship. There's about 125 points separating them at the moment, so the Battle Cat...
Lucas and Tetris side by side. Tetris getting a little bit worse off with the contact model. Able to keep it out of the wall and keep DRS on the Williams. And now,
yeah, Lucas, sorry.
The Killian's just opened up a gap for third and fourth. Now that's a 1.2 second gap, so Hado and Jacko can just work together to catch top 2.
Yep, you got Darkin, who managed to get back in front of the Battle Cat there as well. So if the two RBs can work together and keep Battle Cat behind, that'll be their aim, I'm sure, Apollo.
Yeah, you'll hope that Darkin or Killian is being told to let his teammate through as he just goes purple sector 2. He's going to go down his outside towards the final corner as Killian is not putting up a fight for this. He knows he's got wing damage and he's slower at the moment. And we actually got a yellow flag. What's happening?
Oh, we do. It looks like maybe a Haas. Yeah.
What?
Yeah, I don't think Reverse is having the greatest day out there, unfortunately.
He's dropped back one more place on drop bay. He's actually under attack by Almighty Gob as well. He's probably not having the best race, but at least he gets the race.
True. Yep, he's sticking it out.
Always the reverse, almost sideways, still side by side with drop there.
Oh!
Oh, that was almost contact.
Oh no! Yeah, it's very hard to go side by side through there.
Oh,
You've
there's an
almost.
issue at the front. Oh, I don't know
Oh,
what's happened. I saw a wing go flying. Someone got turned.
all right. Let's have a look.
I think
See what we can pick up here.
Killian had a moment. Sheldon had to hit the brakes to stop in time, and someone hit Sheldon trying to dodge him.
Oh, I see. Yep, yep. So, no, you're right. Killian has got wing damage. I can't see anyone else at the moment.
I believe Killian's been carrying that since lap 1 when Sheldon
Yeah.
died. I think Lucas is the new one with that no wing as 10 seconds would reverse. I have a feeling they tried side by side in that corner.
So Tetris is pitting. I imagine Tetris might have the damage.
Yeah, Tetris is in for a new wing. I believe
Yep.
Scotty's clean still.
Thank goodness.
Scotty dropped the most in that little incident, I think. I'm not quite sure. eBay Boy is now out of a second though, so Lucas doesn't have damage. I don't know what's happening. I think it was just Tetris that got the damage.
Tetris, yeah. Yep. More than likely. So it looks like you've got Lucas making a move on Sheldon here, who gets up into position 8 at the moment. So he's really having a nice little race here.
Now, thing to point out is Toddy's actually had an issue at some point in the last lap. It is dropped all the way to this P2 train.
Yeah, it's not unlikely for Toddy to have a moment in a race. It's just, one that comes to mind. He's going to hate me for this one, but it was Marty B and I calling one of his races, and he was destined to win. And there was a moment late in the race, and just bottled it, unfortunately. But yeah, he's in a mad scrap at the moment, isn't he, with Dark and Shadow?
Dark and Shadow and Toddy. Toddy went defensive in the last corner. They go side by side across the line. Dark and a bit more speed across the line. Gets the move done. Reverses, picking up all the penalties at the moment.
Oh, he's just gone into the wall with Prosperic Bear. So
safety car has been called, and that's a worst case scenario if you're letter P.
Yeah, looks like that's going there's going to be a bit to sort out in the steward's room with that one, because it looks like, Reverse and Prosperic may have been going at it for a little bit, and they've ended up both in the wall. So we may see a retirement. We'll see what happens.
I have a feeling that we're going to see a lot more tier 2 instances as Reverse speeds in pit lane once again, so that's another 10-second penalty. How many seconds is he on? I want to know. He's on 39.
Yeah, that's he needs to retire in pit.
At that point, I'll pit in great, because you need to pit 3 times to get rid of all those. I believe he's got 30 seconds worth of speeding. So I believe we might see a lot of more instances in tier 3 and the tier 2 reporting channel after this race. Unless they sort it out on track. But there might be a few. At least tier 2 is giving us a good fight to watch. I know tier 1 tomorrow night is just going to be a DRS train with no one moving, so at least we're going to watch something as Toddy's trying to make a gap for the double stack. This might be for to show his attention from the RB team principal, maybe. I feel like Checker Flag is not going to be happy with that one. As Darkan, I believe he got. Okay, never mind. We are having. Okay, it's a Miami thing. Never mind. Okay, so Miami is a great track and it's not flawed at all. Because everyone is just lagging in pit lane. I wonder if that's an issue tomorrow night. That's a yikes. So at the moment, what I'll do since it's safety car, standings. We'll look at it on the Discord overlay because I have my Discord overlay turned on and we can actually see the standings. Ferrari in front of Haas by 2 points. And RB 18 points. And where are the RBs at then? So you got RB in P12 in front of Tetris and 14th. Next one is P4 in front of Battlecat. And Haas P19 and P10, so you only really one score. And so at the moment, as it stands, RB is going to overtake Haas, and I think RB might even overtake Ferrari this round, maybe in constructors. I'm not quite sure. Someone has to do the maths for me.
Yeah, RB are leading over Ferrari by I think it's 125.
Well, in Tier 2 constructors, there's an 18-point gap between the top three.
Yep.
And at the moment, Haas is not. How many points is 10? Like 8. I forgot how many points 10 is. It's like 5, 6, or 7.
It is 6 points for P10.
I'm doing maths here. So at the moment, Battlecat. So Tetris is getting 2 points. Battlecat is, I believe that's 10.
Mm-hmm.
So that's 12 for Ferrari. So at this point, RB will outscore Ferrari and will probably, I believe the gap will be around 12 points. If I've done my maths right in my head.
I'm just going to keep an eye on these two at the rear. Make sure there's no extra curricular activities going on.
So Reverse hasn't decided to pit, so he's still got the 29 seconds. Tyrone stayed out. He's on 3 seconds.
Reverse did pit. He's got a new wing. He's just got that many penalties.
No, he was on 39 before, and I believe he served. I don't know which one he got. I don't know if he got a speeding first or the corner cut first. I think he got the speeding pit lane first because he got 2 of them. Safety car in the slab. So who's the bottleneck at the moment? So the bottleneck is Tyrone on those 9-lap-old hards. He hasn't pitted. eBay Boy is on a medium tire, so this is going to be interesting.
Oh, yeah. Yep, I didn't see that with Tyrone. That was, I had a bit of a race like that yesterday. I went long. No, sorry, I decided not to pit when the safety car came out because my hards had about 10% on the front, 12% on the rear, and there wasn't that many laps to go, but the guys on fresher tyres around me just so much faster.
As Letterp's gone, he's pulled the trigger, and they're still trying to get around the final corner at the hairpin as they just get now as Tyrone gets overtaken by Hayter into turn 1, massive dive down inside, dark and shadows around his outside as well. Jacko follows him through, so Tyrone is just getting eaten alive at the moment.
Yep.
Next one up is Toddy. Going to try around the outside, hanging around the outside, gets the move done. That's a brilliant move.
Yeah, that was slick there. Oh, someone's gone a little bit wide. I think it's Toddy.
Jacko, tiny bit wide at the fast. Oh, I don't even know what number that is. I think it's like turn 6, 7, or 8. That's Jacko, tiny bit wide. Open the gap to darken a bit. He's gone on defensive on Toddy. Toddy on his inside. It goes a bit deep. Switchback available. Gets the switchback. Tyrone and Sheldon going side by side. Still side by side. Not through here, please.
Wow. He shot the gap. Sheldon pulled it off in the kick Sauber up into P6 on Tyrone on those 10-lap-old hards.
Reverse is around turn 9 or 10, one of them.
Yeah, he doesn't like it through there, that's for sure.
I think he's actually stuck. I think he's put a 3-point turn, actually.
He might get disqualified. No, he's having a big burnout.
As Hader and Darkin fighting through the last corner. It's Tyrone and Battle Cat side by side across the line. Let's see who gets the better jump at the turn 1. Apex is free while Lucas down the inside. Reverse has retired. That's on track retirement. Tyrone keeps the position, so Tyrone actually is still there.
Yeah, this guy is sitting in the middle of the track, so if the boys can hear me, they need to watch out for the Haas who's sitting there, and he's been disqualified. So the letter P, he's out in front, and he's worked up a 2-second gap at the moment to Hado in P2, who's got Dark and Shadow all over his gearbox at the moment. So it looks like Dark and Shadow should get this move. He's got enough battery to get the move done. See how much Hado's going to burn to try and stay in front here. It looks like he's going to hold on to this P2.
I was on board with Tyrone this whole time. I had to go below my nose. So Tyrone and eBay Boy just getting past the Bearcat, and Lucas did get past. I just don't know when. I wasn't looking. Jacko, Lil Sheldon, Toddy are side by side into turn 1. That's a bit of contact on the Salva.
Jeez, I tell you what, Sheldon did well to catch that.
As Killian gets past that turn 2. So Tyrone is this is a struggle streak for the Alpine driver.
Yeah, I tell you, those old hards, as much as they appear to have some life in them, they really don't last. So yeah, I feel for Ty. He's going to have to stick it out on them though, and hope for another safety car to try and get himself onto some fresher tyres and not lose so many positions.
As we got a 2-second gap between Toddy and the top, or between Toddy and the second to fourth. Letter P is kind of checking out. It's currently a 1.7 second gap, but Hado is bringing that down slowly. And with DRS, that is going to come down a lot faster. As I believe Dark and Shadows is going to make a move. No, he looks too far back to even attempt it. As
it's interesting.
Yep. Past Toddy down the back.
Yeah, Sheldon, he's got some pace around Miami. There's no doubt about that. Toddy gets a little bit loose. He's already out of DRS at this moment. So the Battle Cat, he's pushing hard to keep up with that Williams. Of course, the Williams teammate, letter P in P1 at the moment. 1.5 seconds. Oh, this Williams, Lucas pushing very hard on the back of Toddy.
As Tyrone's off at turn 1. I think he's had a bit of a collision with either Ghost Rider or Tetris. That's who he was near last time, as eBay boiled tiny bit wide at turn 7. Just on board Bearcat, see if he might be able to make the move on the Williams drive. He's very close to the rear. Is he going to try it? Looks like Lucas is dumping all of his battery.
Oh, the Battle Cat is pushing these guys into... Oh, there's a little bit of contact, and he's... Yep. Carbon fly. Oh! Killian has made more contact. The Battle Cat is in all drive here. He's back down into P10 at the moment. He's got the Haas all over him. He'll be cursing a few Italian words. Mamma mia, get into the pit lane, he says.
That's a Code Brown moment. I have to change the chance.
Code Brown for the cat, you reckon? Fair call.
I might need a bath after that one.
Might need some kitty litter in the back of those pants.
There's a Darkin, I believe, just getting past Hater at the front, so that gap is almost down to DRS detection. 1.1 the gap between first and second. So the advantage that letter P had is just gone. eBay boy up into 8th place. I don't know who got damage. I'm actually going to have a look. So let's look at eBay. I don't think I saw damage on the Red Bull. That wing's
Tell you what.
intact. Oh,
Sorry.
Killian is missing a left end plate. Battle Cat is missing a left end plate. And a bit more than actually he's missing like, no, it's a left end plate. Never mind.
Yeah, Battlecat's got to be a bit careful here. He's trying to give the other cars a bit of room, but without as much.
Middle goes Ghost Rider.
Oh wow!
Yeah, it's
Ghost Rider. Yep.
Battlecat saw his teammate as well, just giving the position. He knows he's got like no downforce with missing end plate. Doesn't want to fight it.
No, and of course he's on fresh, and he just picks up a 3-second time penalty to compound the problems for the team principal of Ferrari. The Battlecat is on 6-lap old hards. He doesn't want to pit, but of course he needs to if he's going to keep up with these guys. I think he's going to try and hang on with DRS for a little while and see if he can just hold on to this coattails from his teammate.
I know from experience any wing damage around Miami is not fun, as the top guys have caught up to Letter P, and Letter P is just getting swallowed straight away. Through goes Dark End, through goes Hado.
So I tell you what, Lucas is making an impact today. There's no doubt about it. eBay boy Killian just lets eBay boy go through there. eBay boy's been having a pretty good race, I've got to say. Was that Lucas? Okay, Lucas has damage as well. I knew I saw Lucas has damage.
I knew I saw end plate damage somewhere. So Williams has got damage in front of the Red Bull, and the RB has damage. As Tetris and Scotty tried to think about it.
So Dark and Shadow, the other RB's leading the race. The Letter P's in P3 at the moment, so Hado's gotten in front of him too. And Jacko's on the back of the Letter P. Toddy's had a moment. He's 4 seconds off the pace. And Little Sheldon's about to overtake Toddy for P5.
So we look at Little Sheldon pulling to the right-hand side of the track and through... Oh, Toddy almost ran in the Sauber in the braking zone. Guys, Little Sheldon picks up penalty. That is...
Wow.
That's impressive to do it at that corner.
Yeah.
As Dark End gets passed by Hado.
Oh, bit of moving under braking there.
Toddy, Little Sheldon still going out of turn 1. Here comes Lucas around the outside. Oh, he's going to try. He's not going to try. He's pulled out. I have a feeling eBay's boys' tyres are starting to drop off a tiny bit now. So I think that medium tyre is starting to go.
Yeah, they start sliding around this time. You'll find that out tomorrow, Apollo.
I don't want to.
Prosperic picks up a 3-second in P17.
As Toddy down the inside. Oh, here comes Lucas. He's also going down the inside. He tried it. Little Sheldon's having none of it. Shuts the door.
Yeah. Lucas is definitely going to be scrappy, but I don't know if Sheldon's the guy you want to pick a fight with in Tier 2 at Inters.
Sheldon's not the driver you want to pick a fight with because he will fight until you give it up. As Little Sheldon making another charge on Toddy down the back straight as Lucas...
Here he comes!
I thought he was going to try for a double overtake, gets the move done on Toddy. Is Killian going to have the move done? Killian's also getting in there.
Wow. Oh, the scrap for P5 is it's on fire at the moment. He's absolutely...
There's an issue at the back. I don't know what's happened. It's 3 wide at the front. Someone's off. Lucas is off.
eBay boy on the inside.
As Drop Bear is retired, so I think Drop Bear and Jailbot had a bit of an issue at the final corner. Because Drop Bear is just retired. I believe there was wing damage involved, and it wasn't enough for a safety car.
So the Battle Cat has dropped all the way down to P13. He's just hanging on to DRS at the moment with Ghost Rider and P12 at the moment, who I've got to say has had a very consistent season with Aston Martin.
eBay boy making through on Killian with that wing damage, and he's going to try and get to little Sheldon, who's actually broke away from this little pact. Can't bring the gap down.
Oh, I think Lucas just missing out on DRS there in P9 to Toddy. He's working very hard to catch up.
Let's have a look. On board Lucas goes past the DRS detect or activation, does not have it active, so he's just missed it.
Copy that.
As Tetris is almost out of DRS of Scotty. Yeah, Battlecat, even though that wing damage is hurting, he's got a lot more straight line speed. As Lucas into the pit lane.
You know what? I'm going to put my money on Haydo to win this race. I think I don't know. It just looks like he's got a good hold on this track. The letter P, of course. I think he's biding his time. He's looking at these two cars in front of him. Oh, Haydo a little bit loose there, but the letter P, he's also very capable. Look, all these guys could pull this out. I just think Haydo is on the money today.
I think Haydo is in contention for winning. Whoever's seen that P2 realistically is in contention, because if you sit third, you basically can't do anything in the train. You have to force a move. Which, if you watch any esport related drivers, you'll see a lot of them force a move most of the time in DRS. Unfortunately, we are all not that skilled and we can't do that.
Yep, this is why I'm a commentator.
As here goes Haydo making the switch for the race lead in the braking zone, still side by side, leaves the space for Darkin on the outside. Still beautiful. Side by side, as Haydo gets to run on the outside, gets the move done.
Well done, Haydo.
And I think
the letter P, absolutely. So Darkin back into P3.
eBay boy again pushed off into the runoff on the left of the pit lane. As Darkin is down to P4 now. Jacko's in front.
Yep, Lucas decided to box as well, so the Williams in P14 at the moment on fresh mediums to bring it home.
At this point, if I was Darkin, it's like, yeah, push for the win if you can, but don't bend the car. Anything, only thing you don't need to do, don't get damage. As
absolutely,
Haydo around the outside. Oh, no, that's not Haydo, that's the letter P down his inside. At turn 9, I believe it's turn 9. Gets the move done.
Yeah,
so letter P
I'll go with that.
Leading.
Yeah, regains the lead of this race after probably leading for the first 13 laps or so.
13 and a bit laps as Killian almost caught the DRS of Lewis Sheldon. Couldn't quite get as Toddy now with the DRS. Can he get close enough to the RB driver? Doesn't look like he can, so he's going to sit behind him for one more DRS zone. As letter P is just getting swamped on that exit. As he gets passed by Haydo and Jacko.
Yep, the letter P back into number 3. So Killian, who's been very impressive in the RB, I know he's done enough reserve races. He's not a full-time driver, but with 3 races to go, he could be a very good pickup if he is looking just to slot in and become available over the next 3 weekends. So the team principals out there, I'd be writing down Killian's name.
We have a look at letter P, and it's 5 with Jacko. Oh, BR Dark and Shadow all over the back of him. He's also got the most battery out of all these guys as well. The perks of being on the DRS train. That's a late sender by the letter P.
Yep, Jacko making slight contact. Well, the cars making slight contact with each other. Letter P and Jacko there, but they sorted it out. You've got Dark and Shadow now in P4, and Sheldon 3 seconds off the pace with a penalty.
At this point, I think Sheldon's just thinking try extend the gap to P6 so he can at least secure himself a P5. Worst case scenario, he drops one position to the car behind, but at the moment he's going to drop to 8th.
Yeah.
We start lap 22 as Hato leads. As eBay Boy makes the move on Toddy on the final corner. Toddy having a bit of an issue with that final corner, it seems.
It's not his favourite, yeah.
He's dropped off the back of Killian. I know he was in DRS before, now they're not. As Tetris is now leading, Tetris has always been leading, but Battlecat's past Ghost Rider with that wing damage, so he's making his way up the field, but he also has a pen, which sucks. We jump further to the front. Bit of a gap forming between the drivers as Dark and Shadow had looked to make a late send on Jacko, decides not to.
Let's look at Tetris at the moment. Sorry, what were you going to say?
Okay, I've got even worse camera angle, never mind. I would like the other one, please. I don't want to look at the driver helmet.
So the Battlecat still hasn't pitted with that damage in P11 at the moment, so he's doing well. I think Tetris and Scotty might be just dragging the Battlecat along here as he moves up into P10 at the moment behind his teammate and in front of Scotty.
Scotty trying to get switchback, Battlecat parking on that apex, not allowing the switchback to happen. Battlecat's sitting on no ERS at the moment. He's draining it, so Battlecat is on no battery charge as it stands.
So we were umming and ahhing whether to put Miami in on the calendar this season. The replacement probably would have been something like Monza, and I tell you right now, this is the most challenging race for the team principal from Ferrari, Battlecat in P10, who's leading the Tier 2 championship at the moment. He cannot wait to get through this race. If he can finish with both his cars inside the top 10, I think he'll take that at the moment, Apollo.
Letter P down the inside of Hato as the one that I believe that's Gerald.
That's an Aston, Jerry, yeah.
There's a little bit of a check-up in the, I don't know what section we call that, little stadium section, I guess.
Yeah, I think Jerry might be done, unfortunately, for the day. Look, I haven't had a lot of eye on his race. I know he's just been recently signed to Aston Martin. Jerobot, well known around here, especially around the communities. Great guy and driver. He's putting on the softs. I think he's going to come back out and see if he can pick up a couple of points here for his team.
As we on to lap 24, only 2 laps have passed. I feel like it's been longer. As Hato around the outside of turn 1, he's going to try as one Assen coming out of the pit lane, gets off the track.
It's Jerobot.
Smartly gets off the track straight away so everyone can go through. And everyone's just biding their time. I feel like if Monza was the replacement track for Miami, it would have been even more chaos because of turn 1 and how long that DRS is.
Yeah, yep.
I almost put it in the wall on the straight. As here comes Dark, and he's made a massive dive for first.
Oh!
He's actually made it work as well.
Wow.
3 cars and 1.
Nice job. Jeez, they sorted that out well, didn't they? I thought there was going to be a bit more contact than that going through that little section there, which is really tight, but the boys managed to do it pretty well. So it looks like Sheldon's just going to lose 1 place at the moment.
Yeah, you're losing 1 place to reserve of Killian. I would say eBay Boy doing an amazing job on those mediums to make them last 15 laps.
Well, we get a yellow flag.
That is Jerobot, I believe,
okay.
Out of the way of everyone. As Darkin still leads.
Yep. At this point, it's going to be Tyrone to pick up the last point and P15. And doesn't look like Donmore's going to challenge him at this point. He's about 10 seconds off the pace. He does have slightly fresher tyres, but Tyrone, let's have a look at that time penalty, actually. It's 3 seconds, so a bit of work there to do for Donmore if he wants to pick up a point here.
Well, he did just drop that gap a tiny bit down the straight. I wonder if he's going to drop it anymore in the corners. He adds the fresher tyres. Lucas on those fresher mediums doesn't look like he's dropping that time quickly, so this might have been a bad call. Probably could have just braved out the damage like Battlecat, because it's not going as bad as the eBay boy gets back past Toddy. As Tetris and Battlecat are just following each other, as Ghost Rider's actually fallen off. Oh, it's Ghost Rider's in the wall!
Oh, that's a tricky little...
He's facing the wrong way as well. Oh, here comes the Alpine.
Oh, he did a much better job of turning around than Lance Stroll did, that's for sure.
It was even more of a radio message. You can reverse and drive straight into the gravel.
Yeah, into the gravel, mate. That's the job. Well done.
I know I would have been pissed if I was Aston mechanic.
Oh, my God. Can you imagine? God, they saved in the embarrassment. They didn't show it live, but they showed the evidence of it, just the tracks going into the gravel. It's like, you muppet. Hilarious. I laughed my ass off.
They didn't show it live, but someone in the grandstands recorded it and put it on Twitter.
Yeah, boy. All right, so Darkin leads the race.
So Darkin leading the race. Actually, it's a healthy gap now, 6/10 to letter P at the moment. So we're getting to that stage of the race where these drivers are trying to build their energy to just make that final push. And I dare say, this last lap at the hairpin is got to be chaos.
Yeah, yep. They're all calculating right now is how to get the job done and when to do it, when to pull the trigger. So they'll be frantic in the last few laps, and we'll just have to see what unfolds.
I believe Darkin might have a big enough gap to Jacko, though, so he might not get attacked by the Red Bull driver, but he'll definitely get attacked by both the Mercedes and Williams. Just depends how close they get as Toddy's making the move down the back straight on eBay boy. As Killian has actually made the gap up to Little Sean, so Little Sean just backing off the pace a bit. As eBay boy and Toddy are still side by side.
Oh, they're having a great scrap, these two. They're very evenly matched. They've been rubbing tyres the last 3 or 4 laps here.
Still side by side. More pace on the outside of Toddy.
Mate, they're probably having a conversation together. They've been that side by side for the last couple of laps. It's been a great battle.
As the gap for the lead has decreased the tiniest bit over the last lap, is now 3/10. It was 6/10 last time we came to this part of the track, and as I say, that it builds up again as eBay boy makes the overtake on Toddy. Slowly, surely, these guys finally are bringing Tetris back into it.
Well, yeah, if you don't look now, Scotty just got the move done on the Battlecat, but Tetris has absolutely been pulling the Battlecat along. The Ferraris have been in damage control really since the Battlecat picked up damage on his car, and yeah, they've been doing really well. And Tetris, as you said, looks like he's almost in range there of Toddy with the DRS.
Yusuf, I am not showing ERS with P2 and 3.
Shout out to the GOAT, the Tier 1 GOAT.
We're getting into the final 2 laps of this race where it becomes basically a war zone on track. Well, for Tier 1 in most leagues it does. I don't know what's going to happen here. Doesn't look like...
What was that?
We might see a bit of a collision somewhere. As Letter P getting ever so close. He's on the recharge on his ERS. He's going to make the move down the inside. No, he sits behind the dark end shadows. Dark end a bit wide.
Oh. Hato getting very close to the letter P. The letter P, I don't think is...
getting pushed as well.
Yeah, he's not appreciating.
No, someone who's appreciating this, it'll be Dark End.
Yeah, absolutely.
Loving the pushing.
I can almost hear the letter P right now.
On board, Hato is it doesn't look like he's actually wanting to make the move, so he's find a stick behind. Now we're getting into the interesting lap of the race where it all comes down to DRS. Are we going to see DRS chicken as it was something's happening down the back straight? Oh god. Oh, there's a bit of wing gone flying. Toddy's, no, that's Tetris. He's lost his end plate.
Oh no.
Oh, both riders are wounded.
Well, they've got no one behind them, really.
Tetris just running out the back of Toddy in the braking zone, but Scotty was able to make it through. eBay boys checked out. He's left them. I think Toddy's got damage.
Yeah, something wrong with Toddy there. No doubt about it.
Toddy doesn't have damage, but we'll go to the top 4. The DRS games. Is Hato going to make a dive? No,
yeah, Hato.
He sits behind.
Who has got enough to get it done? Well,
who's got the bigger balls at the chicane or the hairpin?
It's all on the exit here. Here we go. The letter P. I think he might have enough here.
On board Hato.
Let's have a look. Oh, here he comes.
They both drained the battery side by side down the back straight. Darken's not going to give us up. Oh, it's got to be 3 wide. Oh, no!
Oh!
Hato's messed it up and he's put letter P in the wall. Jacko comes second. Dark End finishes first.
Letter P fourth.
Letter P is not going to be happy with that one.
No, I think we might see a little bit in the stewards' room after that. I think we'll get the top 4 in the comms box. We'll get Dark and Shadow, who up on the inside after the straight. It looked like he got the move done there to win the race. Jacko, you think was maybe have something to answer for? Is that what you saw, Apollo, or we're not going to speculate?
Jacko didn't look like he was able to get into the fight until they both collided last corner, and he just went through.
Okay.
So it was another through goes Hamilton moment for the Red Bull.
I mean, I was flicking through the cars. I wasn't sure who to watch there. I didn't really see. I just saw the letter P kind of in the wall, I guess you could say, and coming across in P4. So, yeah, I reckon we'll get the 4 of them in.
I was on board with Hato. I think he went too deep into the corner, didn't turn it enough, and I think letter P tried to switch back Dark End because Dark End went deep and just became a mess. But that's the winner.
Yeah.
Dark End will take the win after a good 4-way fight. And I did say, it's DRS train all the way until the last lap.
Yeah, exactly. It was. That's exactly how it played out.
But yeah, I think it's better to get all 4 of them in here because we don't know what's going to happen with this podium now.
Yep, just tagging them at the moment. All right, so
go to the results screen. Dark End show first place for him. Another win, back-to-back wins for the RB driver. Jacko will finish second, and Hato provisional third with the fastest lap of a 28.7. And you got letter P, who unfortunately is just you could say taken out. Then it goes Killing, Sheldon, eBay Boy, and Toddy with Scotty and Battlecat. Both Ferraris in the, one top 10, one in the 11th, and both wounded with wing damage, so that's going to be interesting.
Oh, yeah, there was plenty going on. That is for sure. I think we might have Hado in here. Apollo, no, it's Jacko. So we'll just wait till we get a few more in. But yeah, so Darkened ended up taking first place and actually wasn't his best qualifying. He started in sixth, Darkened, today, I believe. So he did well to make his way through there. Took opportunities when they presented. Jacko obviously took advantage right at the end, sliding into P2. He started third overall, so great points from Jacko. He's been in really good form for the Red Bull team, I'm sure. Team principal, eBay Boy, will be wrapped with that performance. And then Hado, who I thought was on for a win today in the Mercedes, but he'll pick up P3 at the moment. And just as I say that, Hado joins the chat. So you want to kick this one off, Apollo?
Just give me
Yep.
2 seconds.
So I'll kick this one off with Hado. Hado, if you can hear me, mate, and you've got your microphone on, provisional P3 at the moment. There was it was tight right at the end. Let's just put it that way. And maybe there was a bit of squeezing going on. Not sure exactly what happened. We're not going to speculate too much, but really solid performance from you today. Proved your worth out there on the tier 2 grid. Fantastic effort. Just run us through that racing at the end and how it unfolded for you today.
Well, first race back in, I think, nearly a month, so I wasn't feeling too good.
Yeah, welcome back too, mate. Welcome back.
Yeah, no, thanks. I got, I think, 10 laps of practice before the race even started, so, I wasn't feeling too confident going into it, but when quali hit and I was top 5, I got that confidence back, and got a flying start, getting to second and third with Toddy, so that was good. And then eventually that safety car came out, saved both me and Toddy. But unfortunately he got held back in the pits because the car was driving through. But yeah, no, on those hards, they felt so good. I broke that second, but then I just lost it going through that long left-hander, so they got back in and just management really. Just saving through that really tight middle sector and putting it on hot lap for the rest of those big straights. And then Darkin decided to dive from 6-7 tenths back and overtake all of us. Almost took P out. And then, when we were both, P and I were behind Dark, and I was yelling in the voice chat, just overtake him, because I've raced Darkin so many times. You don't let him recharge because he'll just burn everything. And then that last lap, unfortunately, I don't think P expected me to come up as well. And then we just locked tyres. Not really his fault. I'd say a little bit mine. But unfortunate for it to happen. I think we both had the pace for a 1-2 really. But yeah, no.
Yeah,
It is
like
what
you
it
said,
is.
yeah, unfortunate, man, and that's racing in the heat of the moment, isn't it, Hado? Like,
Yeah.
you've got to drive for other people as well out there. You're not sure really what's going to happen, and there was no malice in it. You boys did the best you could. It was unfortunate at the end there for P. We'll see what happens in the stewards room, but hopefully, you don't lose position. For your team, for your sake, because it really was a great race to watch out there today. So, Apollo's, anything you want to add with Hado while he's still here?
No, not really. It's just congratulations on the P3. You drove. It's amazing considering you haven't been on the grid for a while. Just quickly, how do you feel for Canada next week? Because that's the track we're going.
No,
Oh,
not a good track.
I don't think it's next week. I think it's 2 weeks.
No, it's Canada's not one of my good ones. I was saying that about Miami. Look what happened, but no. It's a challenge, especially on controller. All the other boys are probably on wheel, I'm guessing. I know, but we'll see what happens. Hopefully I do good again. Keep up the top running positions, and yeah, that's it.
Well, all I'm gonna say is qualifying is not gonna be fun in Canada because you can't see the corners. But
No,
that's for next week. It doesn't matter. We'll thank you for your time and congratulations on your podium.
thank you,
Yeah, get in there, Hato. Well done, mate. We'll see you next weekend.
thank you, mate.
We'll jump to Jacko, P2 for the Red Bulls.
It's P2.
You were P4 for most of the last stint, but it looks like you just got gifted the P2 at the final corner.
That sounds pretty accurate to me. I think of the four of us, I was the fourth fastest, and I was keeping up due to the DRS. I think there were a few times that I could have probably fallen out of it, but blasted the battery to stay within, just in case something like that happened. I also picked up some damage. It was my mistake running into the back of one of the guys. So that's why I wasn't really making any moves in the last 5 laps, and just hoping that someone would bottle it in front, and turned out that 2 positions became available. So I'm pretty happy with that. And to quickly add to what you were saying about Darkin's qualifying, he was definitely on for a 25 and he backed off before the line and he still went to his grid slot. So I think that man had the sandbags out.
That's interesting. But doesn't matter. We'll go to the start of the race. So you started, I believe it was 4th on.
Yeah, second row somewhere.
And
Yep.
then how would
Third,
you
I
feel?
think.
Oh, third, 4th. It doesn't really matter,
Yeah.
does it?
Yeah.
How did it feel off the start of the race? Because off the start, you went off track to, I think, avoid getting hit.
No, I just lost a bit of talent there and I braked too late. That was all that was. I tried to go around the outside and there wasn't the grip to do it. And I fell back, I think, a couple of positions. So it wasn't my greatest my greatest piece of skill there. But I'm thankful that I was able to get back into the train without causing any problems. So yeah, could have been better, could have been worse.
Well, run us through your mind on the safety car. Were you thinking about always pitting on to the hard tire, or were you like thinking about it?
No, not thinking about it at all. It was pretty obvious for me because the mediums felt awful, and for that hard stint they felt fine. So that's definitely something I've learnt for this track in the future is that I've either got to change my setup or try and plan for the most possible laps on hards.
Well, congratulations on the P2. You got anything to add, Broseph?
Not really. Just really good race out there from you, Jacko. You've obviously been in really good form. I know eBay boy is stoked to have you there, and yeah, congratulations on the second place today, mate. And we'll see you next weekend.
Yeah, cheers, and commiserations to P if that isn't overturned and P doesn't get a podium because he certainly deserved it there.
Yeah, well said, man. All right, mate.
See you guys.
Unfortunately, we don't have Dark and Shadow with us today, but we do have the letter P in here. It looks like he was on for a podium at least, the letter P. So, yeah, we just thought we'd get the top 4 in there because there was a bit of a squeeze there. We thought we didn't see exactly what happened. We're not going to speculate too much. We'll wait for the stewards, and if there's any incidents to report, that'll all come out. But just run us through your race and just what happened at the end there, mate.
Yeah, it was. I was on it. I was gone. 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 But unfortunately, people they wanted to hit each other a little bit. It brought out the safety car, but had to go actually at the safety car restart. It was a beautiful launch. Absolutely, I loved that. That was the best safety car launch ever. But yeah, all good things do come to an end eventually, and that last corner, not ideal. I don't even know what happened there. It's just, uh, it's just difficult to say. Like,
Yeah. Yeah, you don't want to put any names out there or put any dirt on anyone's name, or you weren't really sure how it unfolded. You need to go back through the footage.
Yeah, I'll probably have to go back through the footage.
Yeah, that's fair enough, man. Yeah, it's probably still a bit of shock, bit of disappointment because it looked like you had that race well and truly in your grasp. I mean, you were leading for the first 13, 14 laps.
I think so. It was lap 15. I think everyone caught up. Yeah.
Okay, Apollo, just take the rest of this for me, mate.
I wasn't really listening to the questions, to be honest. Did we talk about crap?
We're picking off at the incident.
Yeah. I think you gave your answer, so there's nothing right. How did you feel leading the race? So when the gap was coming down, though, so slightly. We'll go there.
Look, it was coming down. It was eventually. It's just that at one lap the hards weren't working for me, and I just couldn't get a lot of rotation in there. So that's when they gained most of the time. But I just thought that I could stick it out and then overtake on the last lap, but didn't come true. So. But yeah, it's not a result to be mad about, especially since Battle Cat was so way down the order. So it's definitely gaining a lot of points on him. But I just wish it was more.
It's a result to be glad about because I believe you're still in the championship fight.
Yeah.
Because Barracat will lose a ton of places. Unfortunately, I don't have the updated points for stream. I'm using Mexico points from Mexico. That sucked.
I think I gained 9 points on him in provisional results.
Oh yeah.
But
yeah, that'll be interesting.
I need to be outscoring him by 13 or 14 a week, and there's only 3 of them left.
I can do this because I have my Discord overlay. Where's the standings? If my Discord would like to comply with me scrolling.
It sucks when the Discord just freezes on you.
Oh God, why is it so small?
That's
so
really
yeah,
all I have to add to it.
55 gap to P1 from letter P, and then a 63 to Dark End, and I believe Blurs and Scotty out of contention after this race, I think. So it's a 3-horse race until the last round at this rate.
Yeah. It's going to be close.
Yeah, it will be close, so that'll be worth a watch for anyone that's interested in Tier 2 Championship. I believe Tier 1 is just as close. I believe there's 2 points between the top two, so that's a... Be sure to tune in for tomorrow night, Tier 1, race in Miami. That's going to be interesting. We might see a few people out of position, maybe. But we'll see. Anything to add, Broseph?
Congratulations on P4, letter P. I know you wanted a little bit more than that, and you may get a few more points with what comes out of the stewards room. We'll wait and see. Keep your head up, mate. Anything can happen. The Battle Cat looks like his form might be a little bit sketchy at the moment, so just keep your head down, mate. And this is the time not to get your spirits down because you're still in with a shot. And you've just got you grind it out to the end, mate, and who knows, you could end up a champion. So congratulations, and we'll see you next weekend in Canada.
Cheers, thank you.
All right, Apollo, run us out of here, bro.
So that is Tier 2 at Miami, round 16. I believe we only got 3 more rounds left, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, 3 races after this. We have Canada, Qatar, and then finishing in Abu Dhabi.
Oh God! So we got the interesting tracks, and this is gonna be great. So Canada next week for Tier 2, that is going to be one to watch, especially I'm going to play a little game with Tier... Oh, actually, I don't even know if I can commentate Tier 2 next week, first off. But little game for Tier 2 next week is how many penalties is going to be applied in Canada. But
Jeez,
before that happens, we got Tier 1 tomorrow night at Miami, same time as tonight for the start time. 2 points between Meowsy and Websy, I believe, for the top. I'm going to look at the standings. 2 points between the top two, so that's going to come down to the wire. I believe that might come down to the actual final race of the season, so that's gonna be one.
That's mouth-watering. Yeah,
it is,
absolutely.
It is a mouth-water of a Tier 1 season, and then you got RB versus Ferrari for constructors as well. So that will be one to watch. Anyway, that is us done for Tier 2. Might see you all next week, I don't know, but I'll definitely see you all tomorrow because Tier 1 Miami is on. And the way that Tier 2 was driving, there's going to be a lot more of it on Tier 1.
Yep, buckle up. We'll see you tomorrow.
See ya.